right, here we go. We've got Crosshair in the box. Another member of the Bad Batch. Only 2 more to go, so let's see. I'm pretty excited about that. TMS 087, typical Star Wars box. Nothing to write home about with that. We got a little artwork on the insert, normal stuff. And yeah, looks like we got some hands. Nothing crazy going on with that. And we got going on here. Let's see. Is there anything else in here? Nope. Just a box. All right. Let's get into this thing. I'm expecting some awesomeness from this one, obviously because it's a clone, but also because it's going to look awesome posed up next to the rest of our Bad Batch figures. But let's go ahead and take a look. First up, let's see if I can get this head sculpt out of here. Look at our head sculpt. Dude. Yeah, that's a winner. I dig that. I like that very much. That's pretty cool. What else we got going on here? We've got his rifle, which we've got a bunch of configurations we're going to have to mess around with. I think it's pretty much swappable parts. So that'll be fun to play with. We've got a scope, got a barrel, got some like a grenade launch. I guess we can go. We got backpack, which I'm assuming is magnetic. And yep, magnetic. That's chunky. Does it open? No. Oh, that stinks. So his rifle's going to go in there. It does not open. That's unfortunate. So let's get into that. We got a pistol blaster. We've got some droid poppers. And we've got typical Bad Batch display. Oh, we got these little guys, which you can add on if you want to add them on. I probably won't be doing that. Yeah, pretty cool. All right, so accessories-wise, we've got a decent amount of accessories, honestly. We got some hands. We got some relaxed hands that actually come on the figure itself. You can see that guy right there. We got a couple rifle blaster holding hands. And there's really nothing to write home about here, guys. It's a gray armor. Got some nice dry brushing along the edges. Give it a little weathering action and some black gloves. You know, we've got a couple gesturing hands, which is both on the left hand. So we got a gesturing hand. So yeah, there's that. And then we got this guy right here, which is more of a support hand for the right hand. So yeah, there's that. So there's some hands. Exciting. We got droid poppers. We've seen those before. You got one that's supposed to be like magnetized, but it's not really. Kind of sticks on things. And then one that's not. So there's that. Droid poppers. We've got a display stand, which matches the other one. So we got Crosshair on his with the Bad Batch logo, or you can leave it blank and it just says Crosshair right there. So that's kind of cool. You know, you can stick it on there if you want. I don't know. Whatever. All right. So interesting enough, the backpack. So the rifle blaster actually sticks onto the back via magnets. However, I can tell you the magnets are super weak. Like it's just going to fall off. So you're supposed to. This is how this rail stuff goes on the bottom, and this guy goes in here, and it doesn't really it does. Magnetize in there, but and now it's not going to do it for me. But I was moving around the figure and it didn't want to stay, but now it wants to stay. So now it's going to prove me wrong on camera. But anyways, we'll see. That's how it goes sometimes. Paint applications, it matches the rest of the Bad Batch, right? It's gray. It's got dry brushing going on the edges. We got red, we got black, we got blue. It matches it, which is exactly what you expect. There's really nothing super new here. Obviously, it was a new rifle. We'll get to that in just a second. But I guess it wants to stay now. So that's good. All right. Well, there you go. Prove me wrong on camera. It's all good. It doesn't open. It does go on here. Magnetizes right there just fine. I don't have any issues with the backpack falling off. It's fairly strong. There is a nice little cutout. So there's a strap right here, and there's a little cutout there for the strap to go in there. So you really can't mess that up. There's only one way it goes on. And it's as chunky can be, just like the other Bad Batch figures. So that matches just fine. Interesting enough, there's a couple configurations for the rifle. We'll kind of bounce through those. This piece right here, there's 2 pieces. This is how it comes out of the box. There's 2 pieces that come out. There's this part right here you can pop out. And then there's a part right here you can pop out. And yeah, you can kind of just, if I can do this on camera without breaking, that'd be amazing. All right, there it goes. So that just pops off. And you can, configure this however you want. So if you want to go, I don't know, you can do this if you want. And there's only one way. These guys key in. You really can't mess this up. So you could have it kind of looking something like that. That's kind of interesting. If you want to add this guy on here, you can do that. Let's see if we can pop that guy on here. And you can have it look just like that. I think all the configurations are pretty cool. I don't really have too much of an issue with it. I think, honestly, this one's a nice look. I don't think, like, magnetizing-wise, it's going to work all that great. Because if you have that back here and then you have this back here, look how tall he's going to be. Like, that's kind of weird. So I'm not sure I would do that. But display-wise, I mean, you might want to have him with that on there. And if you want, you can actually pop this guy right here off. There's this plate. And you want to change and put the scope on, you can absolutely do that. Okay, we got to go in this way. That, I think with the scope on, for me, is a good look. I kind of dig that. And then if you want to change that completely, you can kind of pop this guy off, put on the longer barrel. You got this look. You can change out this. I mean, there's a lot of options with this guy. If I can pop that. They're not, it is just a friction fit, so there's nothing crazy going on here. But a proper sniper rifle. Kind of dig that, right? And then you get your regular blaster. So a couple of configurations depending on how you want to pose yours up. You just choose one, pick one, change it up however you want. Figure-wise, it looks beautiful. It's exactly what I expected, having seen Echo and then Hunter. This is 100% what I expected. I'm very excited to see Wrecker, and then obviously at some point Tech or Tick, as Omega says. I dig this. It's got a very militaristic vibe to it, as it should. One part does concern me is this guy right here. All these are on elastic bands, so you can move them around. I'm just concerned, like, if he fell over, like, that's definitely one of the first things that would go. The other thing that would go would be this guy, because these things, I don't know. And my experience with FET figures is they just, break. But the armor-wise, it looks quite fantastic, right? You got some cartridges here. You've got this like red and black pleathery material that's on a pleather strap, which who knows how long that's going to last, which is attached to a belt. It kind of carries around, and you got this strap here, and it goes over and goes to here. It looks great. You got this nice little Clone Force 99 skull logo going on. I mean, it looks cool with all the little red touches, red going there. I dig it. It looks a nice little red stripe going down the middle as well. And then dry brushing going down all the armor. Nice touches of red here. And then we got a little double bend on the knee action. Of course, it's going to run to its armor. We're used to that with armored figures. The kneecap. I go back and forth on whether I like the knee armor being on elastic. It's nice for posing, but sometimes then you got to remember to fix it. So it's just, if you like to pose your figures often, you got to remember, like, because it can go over here and it looks weird, and it's one of those things. The shin armor is a little loose for my liking. I would like that to be a little bit more tight fitting. Again, that might be a pro or a con depending on how you pose your figures. But if it's up here, look, just to give you an idea. If it's up here, then that looks weird as hell. Then you got to remember to push it down. So I don't know. I'm nitpicking here, but ball joint going on there. What kind of peg are you? Oh, look. See, this is what I'm talking about. You got your knee armor. This goes above it's supposed to go above your shin armor. Just a ball joint. Yeah, it's just a ball joint there on there. Okay. All right. So tread for you guys that are interested in that. No ratchets going sideways, and we get ratchets going forward and back. So for range of motion, you got that going on. Obviously, you've got a holster here for your blaster pistol. It's just a good-looking figure. I mean, what can you say? It's good looking. It is, but I want to see what it looks like with the sculpt on. Let's see if we can't pop this guy off, because I'm guaranteed we're going to have a limited range of motion with this guy on here. Like, it's not going to, not a whole lot going on there. All right, let's see if I can pop this guy off. Get on our, that's going to look good, right? All right, hold on. You go here. Oh, yeah. That looks good. Now, I currently have my Clone Force 99 figures with head sculpts on. That looks freaking good, man. Look at that. Now, if you're wondering where the little toothpicks are, they come in the little baggie that has the extra wrist pegs. That's where those guys are at. So you can see there's a little bit of a hole there for that. We'll go ahead and pop that on. It should just friction fit right on in. Yeah, look at that. Boom, there we go. Not bad, right? Not bad. I'm guaranteed to lose one of these things, no doubt about it. That looks pretty stinking good. I'm a fan of this, but I might be biased just because he's a clone. But I really want to see what it's going to look like posed up. So let's get to that. And here we go, guys. Crosshair posed up, looking all kinds of badass. This is a freaking awesome figure. I wish I had time to get to this figure earlier for review, but you know, that's how life goes sometimes. This, it's just good. The head sculpt, I think they absolutely nailed it for a lifelike, you know, realistic sculpt. I think they absolutely nailed it. I love the scar going on their eye. We've got the toothpick. We've got him holding the helmet. We've got him with his sniper rifle looking up there. I mean, it's everything you would want to have for a Crosshair figure. I mean, you've got all these battle damage pieces going on. The paint applications are beautiful. The different colors and textures between the light gray on the outer thigh, the dark gray on the inner thigh. I mean, the touches of red. The rifle looks great. This pauldron or the shoulders on the armor there with the 99 on there looks awesome with the red. I mean, it's just, whew. They did a really good job with this thing. Simple pose, character museum pose, if you will. Looks great, and I like it very much. Before we go too crazy with the posing, I figured I'd bring his brothers out here so you can take a look at all of them together with the head sculpts on, because honestly, I've had mine displayed like this for a while because Echo, I mean, that head sculpt's too damn good not to use, right? It's just, whew. And then Hunter looks amazing as well with the full face tattoos. And so, you know, I'll probably have mine displayed like this, but yeah, there they are together. The colorations, I think they look pretty close, honestly. Obviously, they've got, you know, similar paint codes, but the coloration between the light gray here and the little lighter gray here and the little darker gray over here, I mean, they look pretty good. The only major differences I'm seeing here between the three is Echo's red on his paint is brighter red than these two. These two, you know, they match more. And I suppose that makes sense since these two were together and then he kind of showed up in the joined the team. So maybe his red just not as, you know, worn out. Which that's how I'm rationalizing. I don't know what the actual story is, but this right here, these three together, if you're getting all three, if you're getting all five, you know, that's a win. But right now, I like this very much. Before we get to too many crazy poses here, I wanted to break out his brothers. You can see them right here. They all look great side by side. Very much. I mean, I'm pleased with this set. It's good to, you know, for Hot Toys to complete a set, but I mean, they look great. The head sculpt on this guy looks amazing. So does Hunter. And of course, Echo is just next level. So a couple differences I'm noticing, just minor things. And I'm going to guess this goes on the storyline, is that red on Crosshair and Hunter seem to match. And then obviously Echo, it's got this brighter red. And I can only guess that's because Echo joined the team later and his red hasn't had time to mature, I guess, or fade or whatever you want to call it. I think that's an interesting touch. I don't know why that is. That's just kind of what I came up with in my head. But these guys right here, all of them together, just look, I mean, very happy. Can't wait to get Tech and Wrecker for the set because then we'll really be done. Take a look at Crosshair with a little different pose here. We got the backpack. You can see all the little details and everything going on there. This guy worries me a little bit. I think I said in the unboxing, that piece right there, afraid if he falls over and breaks, along with the rangefinder there. But pretty cool figure. Not terribly difficult to pose, so that's good. The hands stay on there. Don't really have like an issue with the hands popping off due to the forearm gauntlets. No issues with that. The magnet on the rifle seems to be just fine. I had a little trouble in the beginning, but it seems to have, I'm sure it's operator error. And then you got this amazing helmet design that honestly just makes him look pretty badass. So, you know, how would you have yours displayed? Would you have yours displayed with the helmet on or helmet off? You know, that's a good thing about having options. Maybe you got multiple of these. I don't know. But yeah, the only, I guess, little difficulty with posing is the ratcheted hips. Getting him to balance. And the only reason I say that is because he's got this giant, heavy backpack in the back. If you don't use that, it's a little easier to pose. But having that extra weight on the back certainly does make balancing a little bit of a challenge. All right, let's be honest. If you're watching this video, you've already decided if you're going to buy this or not, because you've already got the other figures. You've got Echo and you've got Hunter, and you've already got Wrecker and Tech on pre-order, and you've already decided you're going to spend about, I don't know, $1,200, $1,400 on this set because, you know, you're a Hot Toys collector, and we do silly things. This is a pretty cool figure. There was no question at all whether or not I was going to pick this up. Good, bad, and ugly, different, whatever. I had to have it. It's a clone, right? So would I recommend picking this up? Yes, I would. I mean, look at it. It's got this, look at that rifle. That rifle is humongous. Although it still might be shorter. I think it is actually shorter than the standard clone rifles. Those things are huge as well. Double bend on the elbow. Plenty of range of motion there. Plenty of range of motion on the shoulders. You can get the shoulder up high so you can get the rifle in there. You've got a magnetic backpack. You've got paint applications to match the other figures. You've got switch outs on the rifle to configure it however you like. You got a normal DC-15A blaster pistol there, and you've got an amazing figure with a crazy good head sculpt and plenty of posing options. What's not to like? Honestly, what is not to like? I mean, it's got everything. It's got it all. Don't really have any negatives about it. They give you 2 toothpicks in case you decide to lose one or break one. I dig that. I mean, it's just a good figure. So if you want to get one of these, check out Pop Collectibles. There's a pose for you guys. Probably how I'm going to have mine posed up for the time being until I come up with something different. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Got a lot of cool stuff coming up on the channel. And if you want to support us on Patreon, that'd be amazing as well. Check us out on Facebook. And as always, click what you like. See you next time.